Started with Grand-AM in 2000, in December of 2000. Started out as a marketing coordinator and came up with the idea to help out our sponsors and everything, to give them kind of a little bit different experience of taking pace car rides. So I kind of took it upon myself to start taking our sponsors out and doing pace car rides around at the different tracks. And that kind of translated into other opportunities. We had currently some of our Grand-Am officials that were doing pace car duty during the race, and what I decided to do was continue doing the sponsor pace car rides. And as those guys transitioned into other things and moved on to other opportunities and duties, I ended up becoming the pace car driver. And then as I transitioned from marketing over into the competition department, that became a full-time deal of doing both some sponsor pace car rides and driving the pace car during the race. Did a couple of schools. Did the Skip Barber School here at Daytona, to where we ran the infield road course, and that taught me a lot about the weight balance of a car and transitioning from gas to brake and shifting. And then also did a school at Road Atlanta in a Mazda MX-5 and got a lot of training there. Basically, I'm not really allowed to talk to the tower. My main focus is on driving. So I'm concentrating on driving the course as well as checking the mirrors to make sure that there's that cars that are coming up when we do our wave bys, the cars are supposed to go on the right-hand side. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. So I've always got to be looking in the mirrors and making sure that what's coming up behind me, and then driving the track, just like you would a race car. Also have a right seat driver, rider, and basically what they do is they are the ones that communicate with the tower. They also do the wave bys, so if nobody is coming by the car, we roll down the window and actually put our arms out the window and do the wave by that way. But normally the tower is able to reach the crew chiefs, and the drivers know what to do as far as going by the pace car on the right. Normally our race lengths are 2 hours and 45 minutes for Rolex and 2.5 hours for Continental Tire Sports Car Challenge Series. And I'm in the car basically the whole time from the start to the finish, and get out, and one of my other duties is actually running victory lane. So I get out with usually about a lap to go to run over and do victory lane. Rolex 24, a little bit different animal, because then we have, obviously I can't drive the whole 24 hours, so we have a team of people lined up. I usually take the first 4 hours, and then I take another stint for 4 hours during the race, and then we have about 3 other drivers that we rotate in and out. Same thing with the right seat. When we make the driver change, we'll also make a right seat change as well. Usually at each and every race there is one pretty scary moment when the cars are passing you on the right hand side. Some of them come pretty close. Sometimes you have to get off into the marbles to let the cars go by and have the racing line, and there's usually some pretty close calls to where you can probably reach out and touch the cars as they're going by. One interesting experience that I had last year during the Rolex 24 is we had fog roll in at around 4 o'clock in the morning, and in order to keep the cars running properly, and instead of doing a red flag situation to where the engines would heat cycle through, I actually drove for 2 hours and 49 minutes as fast as I could around the track to keep the cars at temperature and keep the race going under caution. Throughout my career driving the pace car, I've gotten to drive a lot of great cars. Anything from Ford GTs to Mustangs to Porsches, BMWs. I would have to say that my top 2 favorites were last year the BMW 1M that I drove during the Rolex 24, and I'm going to have to say this car right here, I actually had to drive it up to Bunnell yesterday to get the light bar put on, the Whelen light bar, and it was a lot of fun to drive, and I'm really looking forward to it, and I think it's going to be one of the top 2.